So the UK is currently the head of the G7 group. That's the world's most economically advanced countries. And the UK currently chairs the G7 group. Our Chancellor, who does our economy, called Chancellor of the Exchequer, his name's Rishi Sunak. He put out this video saying that what they want to do is bring in this thing called the central banking digital currency. They want to replace fiat paper money with digital money as a competitor to Bitcoin and crypto money, right? But instead of being decentralized currency, it will be controlled by a government. It's digital currency, but controlled centrally through the banks, Bank of England. So instead of having a bank account with whatever, HSBC or Bank of America, you'll have a bank account directly with, in the American context, with the Fed. In the UK, directly with the Bank of England. You have a personal bank account, and you're given digital money in that bank account. These are called central banking digital currencies. The Chancellor of the Exchequer in the UK has already announced their intention to do this as the G7 group. And these, if you look up...
this sounds terrifying.
If you look up the Telegraph newspaper...
Central bank digital currency, is that the one down below?
Digital currency should be programmable. See that one there? Yeah? Now what they're doing is they're saying, you know, everyone knows that with inflation at over 5%, it's now 5.4%, right? Our fiat money, the paper money, is increasingly becoming worthless, and we're headed towards a big disaster. The Fed wants to raise interest rates. We're in so much debt that if you raise interest rates, people are going to suffer because everyone, you know, we're living on debt as Western economies. So they realize that this kind of the lifespan of paper money is fast coming to an end because of the 2008 economic crash in particular. So they're bringing in these central banking digital currencies. Why is that word programmable in there? So what they said in that article, and the Chancellor put a video out saying this as well, they've said that this money that you will earn from work, instead of having paper money, you have this digital money. It's programmable so that you can't buy certain foods, or if you do something that your employer doesn't like, it's all in that article. You won't be able to spend your money. In other words, it's not money. They're vouchers. They're like food vouchers. And they can be programmed so that, like the Chinese social credit system, that if you try and use them on a certain thing, it won't work. You say you want to buy a burger and they want you to buy bugs, which is one of the examples used. If you start to try and buy unhealthy meat, just won't work. You tap your card, you can't buy the thing because you've met your quota that month of burgers. You have to buy something like a vegan meal.
So it won't just be money in the sense of the way we have dollars or pounds today.
Yeah.
It'll be something that's controlled in terms of your ability to distribute it.
Which is why I'm calling it a voucher. It's a coupon.
But even a coupon, if you have a coupon to buy bread, you can still buy the bread.
Yeah.
Like, there's
but
no...
you can't buy... See, that coupon to buy bread, what you can't do is buy a burger with that coupon. It's for bread.
Right.
Yeah?
Right. Do you feel like you're sounding the alarm
Yes.
for people that don't understand what is going on?
So, here, I'll put it up for you here, yeah? So there's the video.
The group of the world's 7 most advanced economies, the G7, is launching a set of public policy principles for retail central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Central bank digital currencies could be a digital version of money, a bit like a digital banknote that could be used alongside...
Right, so that's the guy who runs our economy in the UK. His name's the Chancellor of the Exchequer. And here is the article. Bank of England tells ministers to intervene on digital currency programming, yeah? And here's a quote from the article. Digital cash could be programmed to ensure it is only spent on essentials or goods which an employer or government deems to be sensible.
Holy shit.
I'm going to take it one step further for you, Joe, right? So the checkpoint Charlie exists everywhere. They bring in digital banking, central banking digital currencies. You've got a scenario now that you're checking in and out everywhere you go using vouchers that are programmed and you can only spend where you're told you can spend them. There's another word for that, man. That's called the Chinese social credit system. So what they are telling us, and when I say they, who's they? People in power.
And who are the ones that are in power? It's these international bankers. They're the ones on the power seat, these Edomites. They want to collapse that dollar, the monetary system, so they can bring in that digital monetary system. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16, and it reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Verse 17, and that no man might buy, sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So these devils they want to crash the monetary system, bring in that great reset, the New World Order, and bring in that charagma. They want to be the Most High. They want to control everything, and that's what they're looking to do. But the Lord's not going to allow them, to complete their agenda. All right. Before I go any further, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rokakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing this work in all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 21, and we'll go to verse 8, and it reads, Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies, thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. And who's the right hand? That's Yahushai. And the chief enemy is Esau Edom. According to the Psalms 83rd chapter, you have all the nations of the enemies of the Lord and the Lord's people, which is your Israelites, you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans. Verse 9, it says, Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. So the Lord's getting ready, to crash this devil's parade. Just about when this devil thinks, that he's going to accomplish his agenda, the Lord's going to spoil it. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 21. It's like chapter 20. And we'll start off at verse 22. It says, In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that wicked, is going into laborers. So those that this devil has oppressed. Verse 23 says, When he is about to fill his belly, the Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. It says, He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. That's going back to the fiery oven, the missiles. It says, It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Talking about those silos. Terrors are upon him. See, that's the Lord's getting ready to bring destruction upon Esau Edom. Let's go back to the book of Psalms. We'll read that again. Psalms chapter 21 verse 9. It says, Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Verse 10, Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. See, that's what the Lord's going to totally eradicate this devil, after they serve their 1,000 years of punishment, of captivity. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 21. And it reads, Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. See that? The Lord's getting ready to totally eradicate these devils after that 1,000-year period. It says, verse 22, For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Verse 23, I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts. So that's going back to that destruction, to that day that's going to burn like an oven. Verse 24, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and as I have purposed, so shall it stand. See, that's the Lord has purposed, to destroy this devil. He's given him rulership, for a short amount of time. But this rulership's getting ready to be cast down. It's going back to the book of Psalms, chapter 21, and we'll go to verse 11, and it reads, for they intended evil against thee, and they imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. See, and we read that in the book of Job. The book of Job, where in the fullness of his sufficiency, the Lord was going to cast fire upon him, and that mischievous device is his agenda, his agenda of his new world order, his agenda to be like the Most High. But the Lord's not going to allow this devil to complete his agenda. Verse 12, therefore shalt thou make them turn their back when thou shalt make ready thine arrows. It's talking about those missiles upon thy strings against the face of them. It says that they're going to be trying to run, from these missiles, but there's nowhere to escape. This devil is going to be totally destroyed. Those that are allowed to be destroyed here in America, Babylon the Great. But you're going to have those devils, that are going to go into their bunkers, their space facilities, wherever they got, their caves, their mountain retreats. Those devils are going to survive, the destruction, but they're going to be the first ones that are going to be put into captivity, and then they're going to serve 1,000 years of brutal captivity, and then they're going to be totally eradicated. Let's go to the book of Obadiah. Obadiah, verse, let me see, right here, verse 18, and it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not any be, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has spoken it. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Let's go to the 73rd chapter. Let's go to, let me see. Right here. Let's get to the point. And it says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. It says, how are they brought into desolation, as in a moment they are utterly consumed with terrors. So these devils, they lived, so deliciously, with their riches, thinking that they could become, as the Most High, the Lord's going to bring them down to destruction. All right, with that, I'm going to say Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Wakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing this work in all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. I want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.